So after dealing with a heck of a rough time since the last video, we finally had a chance to escape to Dollar Tree. And right around the corner from the main entrance, they had a bunch of these, fairy garden figurines like they normally do. And I like to check these out as they're always a good source of terrain. In this instance, however, it's a little tree house mushroom thing, so nice piece of terrain, and then this tree ant looking thing that could also be used as a miniature itself, in addition to being a nice terrain piece. Neither one of these really requires any additional paint. They are already tabletop ready. Here it is in scale, showing one of the Necronauts from Shadows of Brimstone and one of the survivors from Cold War Miniatures line Dead Will Walk. Here is a 60mm base, and as you can see, the tree ant fits on it rather nicely. Now, obviously, if you're going to be using it as terrain, you probably aren't going to need to base it. But if you do, I'm planning on using it for something else, you want to have a nice size. Speaking of bases, this is just a regular 30mm base with a rare earth magnet just sitting there, and I have these 22mm washers I picked up at Hilti, and with the rare earth magnet on the bottom, you can also make it heavier by attaching it to a regular fender washer. So here's the tree ant, and here is wait, what do we got next? Oh, okay. Regular Zoom Zooms. I haven't seen these in a couple of years, and yet they are available here for $1.25 at freaking Dollar Tree. And if you look at the tags, it actually does say produced under license from Disney. Very interesting. I did not think that we would ever see, actual Disney merch in here. Let's take a look at this next item, Transformers Mystery Mini Walker. And it's basically an eraser with movable arms and legs. Megatron doesn't like to stand up very well, but the paint is nice. It's only on one side, however, and he really should have, a hole to attach it to a pencil since he's not going to stand up on his own. The only person that Megatron can really depend on is himself, but even here, he doesn't really support himself very well. Maybe that's why those plans with Starscream always fell through. The only person that Megatron really has watching his back is Megatron himself. So movable arms and legs for more fun, and you got your choice of Bumblebee and Soundwave and Megatron and Optimus Prime, and just grabbing two of these at random, we wound up with two Megatrons. So, all right, so here it is in scale with Lego Jerry. Stands a little bit taller, and as you can see, he's only got the paint on one side of Megatron. And if you take Megatron apart, there's these interesting pegs that basically hold him together, and they can be held by your typical Lego or Mega or etc., etc. Next item, let's take a look here. Okay, these are the Bakugan mystery figures. You got your choice of 4 different ones. So there's this dragonoid looking guy, doesn't want to stand up by himself. I'm already envisioning him with a piece of acrylic rod to put him on a flying base. And here he is with Jerry, looking kind of impressive at that scale. Very impressive with the 28mm scale Survivor guy. And with Playmobil Jerry, the dragonoid just does not look very impressive at all. All right, let's see what else we got in here. It's a kitty looking guy. Okay. And this is, according to the package, Hydrorus. And he's got a white plastic with some blue and black. So 2 paint steps on this. Not very impressive. Around the front there, it looks to be missing some paint. All right, so 3rd out of these 5. Let's see what we get. Oh, really? Jeez. Okay, so it is another Hydrorus, and oh, okay, so this one's got silver plastic with the black and blue. Only this time he's got a third paint step with those yellow accents. So that's kind of cool. Here's the original and the repaint. I don't know which one's which, but here we go. Two Hydrorus and the Dragonoid. All right, let's take a look at number 4. Wait a minute, really? Oh, geez. Okay, so another one of the 3 paint step guys. I mean, I guess if you're looking for army building, this would definitely be an option. If you're, using a game with non-standard miniatures like Fantaside, for example, you got to stat these things out yourself. I would stick them on a large base, so we'll check that out here in a minute. Let's get these guys out of here. And there's the Dragonoid and his army of liquid cat guys. Hydrorus. Time is 4. Maybe you should have the guys with the gold accents towards the back. Maybe they're higher in rank. I don't know. And then have the guy that's all yellow in the very back. Probably want to stick him on a piece of acrylic rod and into a 60 mil base. Let's take a look and see how that goes. 60 mil base, it looks like it fits pretty good. Yep, definitely a large creature. And Dragonoid, oh yeah, it looked much better on a flying base with a piece of acrylic rod in there. Yeah, just I just can't see it on a ground bound base because he still doesn't want to stand up unless you're balancing on his tail. And it looks like there's like some extra paint on the tail there also. Maybe you want to scrape that off with an X-Acto or something. All right, what else we got in here? Okay, so I was totally blown away when I saw these. They look like the Disney Tsum Tsums, but they are in fact Warner Brothers characters, Daffy and Bugs. Bugs, of course, has several analogs among Native American trickster deities, whereas the duck, well, the duck is just plain chaos incarnated as seen here in 1953's Duck Amuck. Wonderful, wonderful character. And here they are with their Lego counterparts, shown for scale, of course. Are they enemies? Are they friends? Are they frenemies? Who knows? Just as long as there's no Space Jam 3, I think we'll be fine. All right, what else have we got in this bag here? All right, so fastener dots found in the arts and crafts area. You get 20 of these for $1.25. And of course, I always like to open the blisters and just keep the package available to hold these so I don't lose them all over the damn place like everything else in this crazy room. There we go. Make sure we keep all of our fingers intact. Don't cut ourselves on the sharp plastic. That's a satisfying noise for all you ASMR people. And right around the corner in the hardware area, they have these larger squares. You get 16 of them. But, I normally just cut these big square ones in half anyway and have 2 smaller rectangles. So this still works out for me. I just use a lot of different varying sizes for putting boxes in a situation where you can reclose them. Do this with several of the Lego boxes, the Playmobil boxes. I probably do it with just about anything, even some of the Roblox figure packs. Now these I've been looking for some time. Furniture scratch markers. They're available in a 3-pack like this with oak and maple and cherry. Very nice. And of course, I've got this box I've been waiting to finish for freaking months. And when I ordered a bunch of those 5x5 boxes, I had this one sitting and waiting, ready to go. I just didn't have any of the wood stain markers. And, this apartment is too messy to have like regular stain. All right, Jaru Surprise Blind Ball, distributed by Greenbrier Industries, same as the fairy garden stuff there. The 6 possible surprises are cactus, unicorn head, owl, panda, dino, and frog. Perhaps you can stick that unicorn head in the bed of somebody who desperately needs to be taught a lesson. But since this is a surprise blind ball, I'm thinking maybe we should provide a cane and guide dog. There we go. All right, so are we going to get the owl, the dinosaur, the cactus? Okay, so we get the cactus. Very cool. Look at that little hook there. It's probably not too strong, but makes a nice display piece. Here, Playmobil Jerry is in scale with it. Very nice. A little too big for Lego Jerry, but I can definitely see the little heart-shaped blooms there instead of the cactus flowers. All right, Alberto beef jerky. This is kept right by the checkout, so you're sure that you see that on your way out and think, you know, damn, this is probably a good idea. And one of these actually didn't even make it all the way home. Oh yeah, and just like the beef jerky everywhere else, only the bottom eighth of the bag is filled with food. Oh boy, Oberto, oh boy, practically empty. Do not eat. Well, we'll just see about that. I have my own rules. Thank you very much, Fresha. All right, beef jerky. And Trail's best original snack stick. Yeah, these didn't make it all the way home either. All right, so here's that box, and there's the box, and here's the display, and there's the display, and a nice oak finish. There we go. As I mentioned, I have overhauled Jerry's junk drawer. You can find the Megatron and a lot of those Bakugan things under the more collectibles item with a bunch of different variations. We've got Mega Construx Halo in there. We've got the Mega Construx Hot Wheels Bone Shaker in there. Just a bunch of random stuff. Just like a real junk drawer, you never know what you're going to find in there. As always, Jerry's Junk Drawer is conveniently located 60 miles south of Phoenix in beautiful historic Fort Stinkin' Desert. Open noon to midnight on the 6th Tuesday of every month, excluding national and regional holidays, or visit our eBay store, Jerry's Junk Drawer. Thank you for watching, and thank you for encouraging my behavior.